Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. This is the devil returning for another show on the Devil Show, another episode. It's exciting, constantly trying to make myself available to the listening public. What can we talk about today? I'm kind of into the politics mood because to me it so clearly reflects the hypocrisy of those that believe and those that do not. For those that believe, we'll just say Christian believers, for now. Believers who believe that the Bible they study needs to be taught and understood literally. That every word, there's no confusion. It is as it is. I know that makes sense to you. But it shouldn't. Your dependency on the literalness of the Bible is the exact thing that keeps you in the dark. This is the exact thing that helps perpetuate the evil I so desire. So, obviously, I'm quite thankful that you keep insisting on learning your Bible and insisting that everything in it be accepted literally. Because that means you're going to deny truth. And if you're going to continue to perpetuate the idea that truth is not available or not to be trusted, like scientific truth, for example, then what can you do? See, that's why it undermines everything about what human beings try to do. Human beings are trying to do best, but the people that are supposedly the best, the most good, are the people that are destroying humanity. Because they do not have the discerning quality to know when something is true and when something is not. And creationism is the perfect example of that. Creationism, the idea that God created everything in 6 days, and although I agree God probably could have done that, but he had a different plan in mind that I don't even know what it is. But he didn't do that. The scientists have figured it out, at least for the most part. It definitely took a long time, by Earth time, a long time, and it took all these steps of unfolding possibilities. There's nothing no clearly set in a matter of 6 days. But because you're a literalist, you cannot accept that. You cannot accept the science because it's in your Bible. Which, by the way, that story was stolen from earlier civilizations. David was a wise man. He just hired some writer to write these stories. And some of them are really good, but let's face it, a lot of the stories were plagiarized from other civilizations. The creationist story is one of them. And the delightful story of Noah and the ark, oh yeah, totally ripped off. But I know you can't accept that. And that's the beauty for me. There is nothing that's going to convince you, nothing is going to convince you that your Bible is just a book about stories to inspire you to be a better human being. But because you take it literally, you cannot become a better human being. You know, you'll be law-abiding, you'll try not to sin, but after that, you're not going to be Christian. Because you can't. Because you are not going to be able to take truth as truth comes your way. Because your 100% dependence on the Bible is not enough for you to function in the world today. It's not enough. So you keep perpetuating the idea that you're good Christians But I'm here to tell you you're not. You just can't help yourself. Because you're so insecure, you're so rooted in fear that you cannot step outside any of that and recognize when the Bible is just being allegorical. It doesn't have to mean you reject everything about the Bible. The Bible could be of use to you. It's got a lot of cool stories, a lot of cool ideas. It's supposed to help improve your relationship with God. But because you stagnate your thinking by thinking everything is already figured out, you never develop the sense of discernment you need to function every day. And then that just is the beginning. The fact that you've rejected Jesus' primary value system as the way for you to have a relationship with God, well, that's just perfect for me. You don't have to do anything Jesus wanted you to do because you think you're already doing it by obeying the rules, by not sinning, and living a life exactly as God laid it out in what you would call the Old Testament. And you really reject the whole New Testament idea. Jesus doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care that you don't sin. He doesn't want you to sin, but he doesn't make a big deal out of it. Try not to sin. Just don't do that. That's not good for you to do that. He knew it was good, but he wanted more than for you to just be good. He wants you to save the world. He wanted you to bring peace on earth. The kingdom of heaven, that's what he wants, for you to be able to bring that on earth. And he's not going to do it. I know, that's your dependency. You can't do anything. You're so pathetic. Christians that take the Bible literally and consider themselves politically conservative are not Christians. Or at least they're not strongly suspected not to be Christians. Because those two concepts are in direct contradiction. There should be no such thing as a Christian conservative. A conservative Christian who takes the Bible literally. A social conservative Christian that takes the Bible literally. A very narrow scope. But you are the people that have the power to bring peace on earth. And I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, I know I'm the devil and you're not supposed to trust me, which is another beauty of the whole thing. So you will reject the truth, but I already know because you don't have the discerning ability to recognize truth. You cannot recognize it. I'm sorry to say. It's just not available to you. Because you take the Bible literally, you're shut down. There's no need for you to make analytical, cognitive, developing ideas about anything. You don't have to sense or create a logical sequence of thought that holds up under scrutiny, that holds up under scientific observation. You don't have to do any of that. And because you can't do that or won't do that, you'll never bring about peace on earth. Jesus' very simple message, and he converted me, I mean, not that I'm a devotee of goodness. No, my job is about being the symbol of evil. That's my job. And I just think it's so ironic that Jesus, who actually had the formula for bringing peace on earth, I mean, Muhammad and Buddha and all these other spiritual leaders, they definitely had the same idea too. But I'm only talking about Jesus. I met all the others. I'll talk about them some other day. But for now, Jesus' message is very simple. And since you cannot accept what Jesus is doing, you're going to end up doing the bidding for me. And I know that's the real twist. You love Jesus. Jesus has been the strength in your life. Jesus has been your everything. And it is your very insistence on and your dependency on the literalness of the Bible that is going to deny the truth and the goodness of Jesus to come on earth. Because you have it in your power to do that. You have it in your power. You do. You have it. You know you have this relationship with Jesus. You just don't know how to develop it to the point where you can be a power, a force, a real power, a genuine power on earth. You can't do that. You're going to be stuck in your small-minded idea about God, about sin. Yes, you'll be law-abiding, and a society needs lots of law-abiding people. So that's good. But see, I'm not concerned. I know that small-mindedness of yours is what's going to continue to perpetuate evil throughout humanity. So I'm good. I'm good, Christians. You just keep doing what you're doing. You keep rejecting the idea of Jesus telling us to not judge. I've done that. I've learned to not judge myself, God, creation, each other. I don't judge human beings. I accept them exactly who they are. They are little beings who are consumed by their own self-interest and will tend to easily follow a track of evil rather than good. Good is hard to follow. Jesus, he meant well, but face it, it's too hard. And not only that, it's clear that Christians aren't even recognizing what Jesus wanted them to do. So you will continue to judge. You love to judge. You love to judge other people based on the fact that they have a different religion. Oh, that's a good one. Jesus doesn't want you to do that. He doesn't want you to say, yes, don't judge anyone except for the people that are not Christian. That's not what he didn't want you to select that out. He doesn't want you to judge others because they're not Christian, or they're not American, or they're not of the same race, or they have a different identity sexually. You can't judge anyone at all for anything, because all of it is human. Everything that you see on earth that's going on, it's all human. And it's all directly a part of what God created. This is not a mistake. Creation is not a mistake. Adam and Eve didn't make a mistake. They were just following the program that God created. I'm following the program. I'm finally on board. Okay, I get it. I'm the symbol of evil, and people will identify with me when they do evil things. I have by far the easier job. Make no mistake, God is just watching. He's not involved. You have to find a way to connect to God. He's not going to come to you. You've got to go to Him. And Jesus told you exactly how to do it, and you're not doing it. And I love you for that, because this is working out great for me. I do not have to do a thing, because the power that the social conservative Christian literalist has in their hand. They stand in such moral authority that they can judge others and judge them harshly. And not only that, but to be so unforgiving. Oh, they're the worst. The worst social conservative Christian literalist. Though that's the target audience, those are the people that can actually change this world, and they will not. They will not. Because their dependency on a literal Bible is killing them. And it's killing the world, too. But it's working out for me, so this is my love letter to you.